Recordings are also helpful to the doctor, fielding fewer, hey, what did you tell me yesterday, kind of calls following up from an appointment. Like I mentioned, they result in improved ratings from patient and overall better patient retention, comprehension, and compliance. Furthermore, they may offer the opportunity to dramatically lower malpractice insurance by offering evidence about what the doctor actually said. It's available for iOS and Android today. We've got 1,700 users this week. We had 1,500 users last week. We had 1,400 users the week before that. We incorporated the company in February. This is my third startup I'm doing. Some people have asked how this is different from chat, and the answer is this allows you to record indefinitely long audio. It's available for both iOS and Android. You get a free transcription along with the audio, and you can add or remove people to a chat room. So you basically set up a room for the patient and their close family members. New recordings are added to that room, so everyone can see, hey Dad, what did the doctor tell you? So this is the core team. We've got 3 full-time employees here in the Bay Area and an extended team of about 10 contractors. I built this company because my mom got cancer and passed, my brother got cancer, and then my dad got cancer and passed last year. And so 3 times over, I got to see what the family experience was like and what the patient experience was like, and how much rich information was presented orally, one time only in the consultation, and therefore the criticality of recording the consult and sharing the consults with family members. There we go. Did I hit 4 minutes?
Great.
All right.
So what you're doing is amazing. So if we all started using this, everyone started using it. I mean, again, reinventing the doctor's lives. They don't have to repeat something 20 times. God knows this is what happened when I deal with my mom. He said it, but he didn't say it. Okay, Lucidac. We have next company is focusing on a different aspect of reinventing doctors. It's the problem of paperwork and workflow. And what you're going to see with Lucidac, they've built some really impressive AI, and I think it's a great example of what we're trying to do today.
Hello. Hi. I'm Grace. I'm here to present Lucidac Health, the next generation AI solution to empower nurses and care coordinators to be geniuses for their patients. I have been in the healthcare industry for the past 2 years. I was the first female data architect for Stanford Hospital and Sutter Health, leading teams to build a data warehouse 8 years ago. But 3 years ago, when my dad, who has Parkinson's disease and other chronic conditions, became sick and was in and out of the emergency room, I overnight became his family caregiver. And I really experienced, many times I found myself explaining his medical history, medication history to 10 different specialty doctors or primary care doctors. And I realized the system is really broken. That's how I started the Lucidac Health. And I know, like, my dad is not alone. There are many patients with chronic conditions like my dad are actually costing the U.S. health system more than 80% of its cost. One of the reasons that is so expensive to take care of this kind of complex patients is because the nurses and the care managers are spending 40% of their days logging into multiple EHR systems or practice management systems, using phone calls and few fax machines to coordinate patients' care outside of their hospitals or clinics. And imagine if they can instantly read many systems' data 10 times faster, what kind of productivity we would have gained. And that's how we built Lucidac. So what Lucidac means is taking clear actions. It is an AI-powered assistant for nurses and care managers. What it does is that it can read multiple EHR systems data, read care plans, as well as remote patient monitoring devices at patient's home. More than that, it understands each patient's care pathways, the care team's workflows based on all tell the nurses what patient needs at any given time. Let me show you how it actually works. So we have a very powerful workflow engine. We talk a lot about workflow today. We can automatically create patient outreach lists based on each care team's role. This alone replaced a lot of Excel sheets that they are currently using. And on top of that, this is a very powerful communication collaboration system. Nurses, care coordinators can easily invite caregivers from outside, no matter where they are, join the same platform, and there's send email, text messaging, voice calls, video calls. By integrating the remote patient monitoring data into the system, the nurses can easily monitor patients' health from home. So here is more. We actually can send our machine learning technology behind the scenes can actually send smart notifications on patients whether they need transportation to go to the next appointment. So we launched our product last year, and we already have in more than 10 primary care clinics and specialty care clinics, including San Francisco General Hospital. We help our customers really can handle more than 5 times of their patients with their existing resources. By implementing the remote patient monitoring program, we help them increase $50 per patient per month in terms of revenue. And this is just the beginning. There are 133 million patients with chronic conditions, just like myself in the United States. And Medicare is actually paying for this kind of patient chronic care management programs since 4 years ago. So the market, so we are charging $1 per patient per month for the chronic care management program, $60 per patient per month for the remote patient monitoring. So that's like 36 billion market. So I will skip the competition. Okay, thank you.
So that's Lucid Act, and that's great. So the next and last company presenting is what's not to like about this. So another way of looking, how do we make the doctors, how do we reinvent it, how do we make it better? Well, how do we make that visit more productive? How do we get more done in the visit? So there's probably no better example than this. Imagine a mini MRI machine sitting in every doctor's office. And that's what you're going to hear about.
Thank you. My name is Amit Vora. I'm the founder and CEO of Promaxo. At Promaxo, like it was mentioned here, we're developing an office MRI. The idea is to bring an MR into an office setting and enable both the providers, payers, and patients to have the best value proposition available. Everybody knows about MRIs. MRIs are one of the best screening tools available in the market on the imaging side. But MRIs have all kinds of issues as well on the infrastructure cost requirements. For patients, you need to be inside a scanner for a while, and more often than not, it's not a fun experience. I've gone through it. I wouldn't recommend for people to go through it unless they really have to. That's where we kind of come in. We have an office MRI. As you can see, it's a much smaller form factor. That bowl that you see in the middle, a lot of people want to put their arms in it and wrists in it. We do not recommend that. The idea is we're focusing on urology as a first indication. The patient is completely outside the scanner. So it's and now this is in a lithotomy position for urology. If you're doing sports medicine, you're lying next to it with your knee or your ankle. For physicians, we provide an opportunity to do live interventions under MRI as well. So like we have our own robot that can guide live biopsies, live treatments. And finally, we have our own AI piece as well that's looking at our raw imaging data along with patient data that we incorporated into our machines to get to AI-based imaging as well as tissue characterization. Specifically in urology, which is our beachhead market, we're looking at prostate screening and diagnosis and making treatment decisions as well. As these data points show, the way we are doing screening and diagnosis today is not good. More people are dying. We play with PSA, we don't play with PSA. We do MRI, we don't do MRI. But the bottom line is, it's just not the specificity that you want for detecting cancers. It's less than 40%. But more often than not, you're not going to find it. This is where we come in. We have an office MRI. We have our own robot that can guide biopsies and interventions. And then we can be used as a therapeutic platform to guide not just ablative procedures, but also robotic surgery. It's a big market, not going to go too much into it. Everybody knows about what MRs are and everything. The cool thing about us is, we've done a full ROI model for a large urology practice. practice typically breaks even in 4 to 11 months based on existing CPT codes. Now, these are all in office settings. On the team side, within our team, we've taken 7 products to market in imaging and urology. So we know this market very well. We've been fortunate to be represented by some of the biggest names in urology and business on imaging side. Like the first 3 gentlemen you see on there are 3 of the top urologists in the country, and they're all investors in us as well. Diego Lego is former Chief Strategy Innovation Officer of Philips Healthcare. So we have big guys helping us out as well. It's not just the clinicians. Robert Waterhouse is Chief Medical Officer of United Healthcare in North Carolina. So we're trying to create a value proposition where it makes sense for payers as they bring imaging to our patient and are able to provide faster outcomes to patients as well. We have some of the big men. MicroPort is a strategic corporate investor and partner for us. They own Livanova and Wright Medical in the US. They're a Hong Kong-based publicly traded company. We have Robert Bosch helping us out. We work with Casey McLean and Wilson Sonsini, and we do our IP management. We have about 61 patents on this technology. And that's managed through Jason Novak and WD. We're also supported by some of the leading guys. These are 4 of the top 6 low-field MRI groups in the country. So they're all pretty much working with us. We have Larry Ward, who's president of ISMRM with Mass General. We have Stanford University, Dr. John Pauly, University of Wisconsin, Vanderbilt. So they're all doing work with us in some capacity or the other. We're licensing more IP from these organizations as well. So overall, the idea is that we can create a platform that does help patients as well as providers.
Quick wrap up of 3 great examples of ways we're reinventing the doctor experience, the doctor's office. And with that, oh, wow, 10 minutes. Okay, great. Wow, perfect. Come on up, guys. Okay, so we've got 3 great entrepreneurs, and we have an audience here that wants to ask a ton of questions. Go ahead.
I have a question for the med. Yes.
Medquarter.
Yes. When you have this recording to get transcribed, do they transcribe into other languages? And what's the cost?
So did everyone hear the question? So the question was, yeah, okay, so the question was, when it's transcribed, is that free, and is it translated into other languages? So the transcript is free. We love to provide a machine translation. That's something that we're going to be looking at next year. It's not something that we offer today. What we're really hoping to get is live transcription and live translation as well. So that would be awesome.
That's a question for you.
Okay.
How often do you find that the doctors are actually going back to the recording and referring to it themselves? Because on the patient side, I would imagine it's more often, but I'm curious what the physician side.
Yeah, so the question was, how often do physicians refer back to the recording? And our case right now, we are still looking for ways to push the recording back into the EMR. Right now, this is entirely patient-directed, so it sits on the patient's phone. The patient can provide that to the physician if they want. But one of the use cases that we've started to see that's very interesting is that when a patient's seeing multiple specialists, one specialist may want to hear what another specialist told the patient in their own words, and you can literally replay the recording in this case.
Do you see any pushback from physicians?
The question was whether or not we see any pushback from physicians. And the answer is I've seen a bathtub curve of acceptance where you get sort of 15% of doctors immediately get it. They know that patients understand and retain very little and are very enthusiastic. And then you get about 15% who say, over my cold dead body, will you ever record any part of my consults? And a lot of the folks in the middle have questions, right? So they want to know how this interacts with HIPAA. They want to know whether or not this is going to increase or decrease their liability. They want to know what the patient experience is going to be like. So if you're a 20-something coming in for an annual physical and say, hey doctor, by the way, I'm recording, right? You're going to put the doctor on the back foot, but it's very adversarial. But if you're coming in as a 60-year-old for a follow-up appointment with your oncologist, reviewing the test result, and you explain, hey, I've got family who can't come with me today, who's really going to want to hear everything that you have to say. Is it okay with you if I go and record this consult? You're going to get like 100% acceptance rate. So I think a lot of it depends on the context that the patient brings to the desire to record.
Other questions? Unity.
So really open it up to all 3 of you, but if you each were to dream out 10 years from now, and if you could just describe your dream for where this goes, each of you respectively, impact, where are you taking each of your respective
I think 10 years later, the care team, like for us, it's more of the nurses and care coordinators, they probably wouldn't look at the computer screen. You know, they will listen to Alexa or any kind of smart devices and say, oh, which patients I need to call today? Which patients has high risk today? So this is just more of a conversational versus reading through all the records. And then patients, I think they can just sit at home, have a screen, and can talk with any of their care teams at any time, and all the records will be like without reading it.
So our 10-year vision is that MedQuarter acts as a digital patient advocate. So you've got a super intelligent AI that's with you as the patient throughout your whole care journey, can recommend resources, communities, services that are going to be helpful to you, whether that's a second opinion, that's one click to go and refer to that, or whether that's a study that's appropriate for you. So it's basically an AI that understands what you're going through and can be maximally helpful, suggest questions for you to ask your physician, et cetera.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they're like probably acquired in 5 years, maybe 4 years, that's how I look at it. But just, I mean, on a serious note, how we kind of look at this is, like, it's a platform that we're trying to bring to an office, even outpatient, someday even a retail setting. The idea would be that this is a platform you use for screening patients, you get a 360-degree view on the patient, you have a platform to guide potential biopsies and diagnosis, and finally, you can enable different therapeutic platforms to be co-developed with this. Like a typical example is we can incorporate surgical robotics into our platform. We can incorporate ablation into our platform, drug delivery into our platform. And then, once you have enough of that data on a 360-degree view on a patient, then you can make some insightful decisions using AI. So we're collecting our raw imaging data, we're collecting our biopsy data, we're collecting even our robotic coordinates on where the data was taken from, the scores were taken from. So you have this view that none of the other companies have. So if this company is in existence in a decade or 2 decades, that's what we'll be trying to do.
You're starting out, you mentioned with urology. What would be the next 2 or 3 things that you could see this expanding to?
Yeah, so I mean, we've done a lot of third-party market research on this, like what would be the right markets. Just to kind of go back one step on it, why urology? Why did we go with urology? One thing is we know the market well, we've done multiple startups in this space, but more importantly, it's a specialty where 70% of urologists don't work for hospitals. They work in community setting, they have their own practices, so there's no sunk cost of trying to replace an MRI. We're not going in and trying to compete with the GEs and say, oh, this guy owns an MR and try to have a 12-month sales cycle there. So that's one reason, but as you kind of try to replicate it into other business models or other specialties, sports medicine is about 10 times the size of the urology market, but it's also practice-based. We're also looking at incorporating this in radon practices, as well as radiation oncology clinics. They're very keen on doing treatment under MRI. And then finally, we'll go into the traditional breast oncology and urology models as well.
I have a question for Grace. I've always thought that remote patient monitoring had a lot of promise, both for chronic disease management and to also brought about value-based care. But I'm kind of disappointed about how quickly uptake has happened in the market. Can you tell us a little bit more about who decides which patient gets what RPM equipment and who ends up paying for that equipment?
So thank you for the question. The question is, who is paying for the RPM solution and how do we see the outcome being improved?
And who decides which patient gets which equipment?
So this RPM program, actually the new CPT code just came out this year. Maybe there's a lot of hype going on. In the past, only people have been paying that privately, like you have to have the financial resources to buy remote patient monitoring, like blood pressure device or glucose monitoring at home is paid privately, not without any assistance. But since the beginning of this year, there's 3 more new CPT codes coming out, and this enables patients, Medicare patients, you don't have the means before. Now basically, the Medicare is who is subscribing it. So we launched it just in July this year. Right now, is the primary care doctors prescribing. We have 5 devices, they can choose 3 out of the 5. Right now, the one that's very popular are blood pressure monitoring and the pulse ox machines. So by that, actually, we have seen that patients with heart disease, if we monitor their weight constantly, that there is a factor of preventing unnecessary hospital admissions. So that's kind of so far the result we have seen. Did I answer your question?
Great. Man in the t-shirt in the back.
I missed your presentation, I blame Mr. Farner. But, so I apologize, but, did I get it right? You are offering a voice recording session for consumers when they go to the doctor? Is that correct?
We have an application for consumer smartphone that they bring with them on their
I've used one of your competitors, it doesn't work, but that's okay. So here's my question, who's gonna pay for it, and why didn't you go down the path of trying to record it from the enterprise side? Because I know there are a bunch of companies doing that. It looks like somebody there might pay. Fiberglass is the same from the consumer side we pay for this. Maybe some.
It's a free app and a free service.
Okay, let me ask the second question, how are you gonna make any money?
Sure.
Or is that voluntary these days? Maybe, is that voluntary? I don't know.
Is it voluntary?
Yeah.
As a business, we do need to make money at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, right now, we're pre-revenue, because if we can't actually make an experience that works well for people, where they can figure out what it is, how to use it, and get value from it, then all of the other things that we want to do down the pipe aren't going to work. And so we're in that sort of first step, of making sure that we've got something useful. And candidly, hosting audio data, even doing machine transcriptions, is very cheap on a per-user basis. So the direct-to-consumer model is a very different model than trying to go and sell into the physician's office. It also lets us follow the patient as they go through their whole care experience, versus having to put mics in every single possible room that that patient would be visiting in. So that's useful to the patient. Longer term, we believe that we're in a position to be able to introduce the patient to a pretty wide variety of different services and act as a digital concierge for them as they go through that care condition.
Great. Well, let's give a round of applause to these 3 great companies.